We don't know much about the November data and what time it's going to come out. We also don't know much about the October data. We do know the trade data for September came out today. It's the first data out of the box since the government shutdown ended, and the trade balance fell to 59.6 billion from 78 billion, so a significant drop. And that matters because it was the last piece of data that really goes into the third quarter GDP report, which we're going to get next week. But you're right, we're going to start getting a lot of data as the statistical agencies get back up to speed.
Let me close the loop on this. Paul wants to jump in here with real questions. Do you believe Atlanta GDP now is 4%?
You know, it's kind of hard to know. They have been pretty accurate in the last couple of quarters, but it's kind of hard to know because of the missing data that we haven't seen and they haven't seen. So they're extrapolating like everybody else. And at this point, we can't say there's a lot of confidence in anybody's numbers.
Hey, Mike, what can we say about the quality of the data once we do receive it? Should we put as much credence into it as we typically do?
I think what you'll see, Paul, is that the statistical agencies will give us some kind of indication about how statistically reliable the numbers are going to be. They've done that in the past, and it depends on the numbers. The September jobs report will be fine because that now they've got all the data, so we'll have close to 100% participation for that one tomorrow. Beyond that, we're not exactly sure. Can they put out an October CPI report? In theory, they could with less data, but then that, of course, makes the numbers a little bit less reliable, and they may give us an indication along those lines.
So when we hear from Fed Chairman Powell, do you think he's going to have the level of confidence that he typically has in the data, or is he going to probably try to qualify a little bit some of his comments when we hear from him on December 10th?
Well, I'm sure you'll get a qualification from him and probably also in the statement that they put out. But I think he'll also reaffirm that the Fed has enough data to have a pretty good picture of where the economy is, enough that they can make a decision. And so I think it'll just kind of pass by. It will help them to have accurate and timely data, but it won't be determinative for what they end up doing.
We continue with Michael McKee. He is our international economics and policy correspondent. Paul, in honor of our discussion yesterday on the HP-12C, I got my HP-12C out on YouTube. You can see this. And I popped in the 54,000 non-farm payroll statistic of tomorrow's number. And I model a 3-month moving average of 52,000. In the old days, that was a terrible number.
That was a terrible number, but this might be the new world we're in, at least for the near term. So, Mike, given the dearth of economic data, if you're sitting on the Fed here, do you get a sense that they're more concerned with either the labor market or inflation, or are they trying to maintain a balance as they look at the data as it comes out?
Well, they're pretty split over this, as we've heard from Fed officials over the last couple of weeks. There's a camp led by Chris Waller that suggests that the labor market is poised on a cliff edge and we need to cut rates. And then you've got the Jeffrey Schmitz and others who say, no, we're in pretty good shape with the labor market. No hiring, but no firing either. And we do have an inflation problem. So I think the data will maybe help push some people who might be in the middle, but the camps are pretty well staked out for right now.
It's a long way to December 10th, isn't it?
It is.
How far, Mike? I mean, you're there. I mean, how far away for a pro like you is December 10th?
Well, it's going to come upon us rapidly, but I think it's going to be a kind of crazy couple of weeks because we'll get all of this data, and part of it is separating the signal from the noise because some of this is old data, some of it has changed, and we still don't know whether we're going to get it all. So by the time we get to December 10th, hopefully there's some clarity on that.